All right, for example number 4, we're going to talk about vertical isotopes. So basically what we did there is, example number 3 would have a horizontal isotope that occurred at 5. So a vertical isotope usually occurs when we have x in the denominator and the values of x make that denominator equal 0. So in other words, I have the x squared is equal to 0, which I cannot have, right? So what's the values for x? What is it? X is all reals, or the domain. The domain of this is all reals except x cannot equal 0. And so if I plug this in a calculator, I gotta get a TI-84 emulator installed. I don't think anybody owns a TI-83. Is there anybody?
Yeah.
Yeah? You do? Okay. That's fine. I've got a whole bunch of them laying around the house that I give to kids in the neighborhood.
Like trick or treat.
I'm the patron saint of calculators.
It's like you hand out little mini calculators for Halloween. So.
They're like, Mr. Adams, do you have a calculator? And I'm like, yeah, take this 83. Anyways, so if I graph this, what I'm going to find is that it will not cross x equals 0. It has a vertical isotope at x equals 0. So let's plug this in and take a look-see. And sure enough, if I zoom in just a little bit, let's do like -5 to 5. It will not cross the y-axis, which is x equals 0. Okay? So if I take this limit as x approaches 0 from the positive side of 1 over x squared, what I'm going to see is, let's hit trace. So when I have that little plus sign to the right of 0, what I'm saying is I'm going to approach from positive infinity in the x direction. In other words, I'm going to come in from right to left. And if I look at my y values, as I get closer and closer to 0, what do you notice about my y values? They grow quickly. And if you just look at the graph, it looks like this is going towards positive infinity. Well, now if I look at this limit as x approaches negative infinity, or I mean x approaches 0 from the negative infinity direction, in other words, I'm going to go from left to right. So let me get on the other side of this thing. Look at my y values as I come into 0 from this side. What does it look like it's approaching? Infinity. Well, if my left-hand limit and my right-handed limit both approach infinity, what is my two-sided limit? Infinity. Even though it never actually crosses. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay.